What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, let's continue our discussion about Revit Mep 2021. So after learning how to create view templates, how to control the visibility of our elements, in this exercise, we're going to create and modify a section view to show the interior of the building model and also create an interior elevation from which you activate the 4 elevation views. Then after that, we're going to modify one of the elevation views. Okay, so basically, we need to create section and elevation views to show the interior layout of this building. Okay, and then you also need to create segments to show a section of the building at different locations. I'm going to show you that. So creating a section in Revit is not difficult. Okay, so especially for the beginners, you will be learning this very fast. Okay, so section can be found here on your quick access toolbar. This is the section. And then since section has something to do with view, you can also go to the view tab and then you can create a section from there. Or you can create a shortcut for your section if you want. So as you can see, my section here doesn't have a shortcut. But if you want to create a section shortcut, so you may do so. You can just type KS for keyboard shortcuts, and then you just look for the section. Okay, so there's your section, and then you just key in here the section shortcut that you want. Okay, now I'm going to cancel this one. I'm going to go ahead and zoom into this area here. So this is where I want to create the section. So by the way, for the exercise files, so if you want to have this exercise file, you just need to comment on this video, put your email address, and I will be sending the exercise file to you. Okay? Right, so let's create a section. So I'll be using the quick access toolbar to access the section. So I'm going to click that one and then check out your status bar here. So it says click to enter the section start point. Okay, so this is very useful here, this status bar on the lower left corner, because it tells you what to do when you select a certain tool. So I'm going to click to start the point of my section. There's the first point, and then I'm going to pick another point here. Okay, so click there. And that's it. Okay, so this range of our section here, aside from using that node or arrow to control that, you can also go to the properties and then you can change from here, the far clip offset. Okay, so let's say I want to make this just like 1000. So you will notice that it's now adjusted here. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to change it or not. Now, for this exercise, I'm just going to adjust it just somewhere here. Okay? Right. Now, for you to view the section, okay, so all you have to do is to click the section line, and then after that, no need to click the section line, by the way. You just need to double click the head here. Just double click that and then it will now open the section view. Just double click and there you go. So there's now your section. So the name of that is section 1. So if I go to my project browser, I just need to look for that one under the MEP subdiscipline. There's the section, so just expand that. So there's our section 1. Okay, so if I will be going back again to the level 2 HVAC plan, so I can select the section line here, and then I can also right click that, and then there's an option here, go to view. So this is another way of opening your section. Alright, so now another way is going back again to the floor plan is by simply double clicking from the project browser. So if you do not know what is the name of the section that you just created, so all you have to do is to hover your pointer and then you will now see the name there. So it's on the view section, the name is section 1. Or just select that section, check the properties here, and then move down. So you will now see here the name. The name is section 1. You can actually change from here if you want to change that section. Okay? Now, another thing that you may want to consider is you want to tidy up your section. So you can actually break that. Okay, it will create a gap. You see there's a gaps in segment. If you click this icon here, so you click that, so it will create a gap. So usually when I create a section to tidy up, so I just create a gap and then I adjust like that. So I do not want my section line to be overlapping an element, okay, so that it's tidied up, right? And then if you also click the section here, so there's an option if you want to flip that to the other side. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the view tab, and then there's an option here, tile views, okay? Or you can also type WT. So what it do is it arranges all open views according to the definition within the application view or application window tiled, so you can see each one in the drawing area. So I'm going to go ahead and select tile views, or you can type WT, and then it will now tile your view. So as you can see, this is our section here. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this, and then notice that your section here will gonna be updated. So I'm going to click that one, flip, there you go. So it's now updated. So this is one of the advantages of using Revit over CAD, because in AutoCAD, after you create a section and then suddenly you want to flip the section, so you need to recreate again another section, right? So in Revit, you just need to flip the section. Automatically, your section will gonna be updated as well. And let me flip that. By the way, if you click your section line here and then right click, there's an option here, flip section. So it's the same, okay? So you can select flip section. So it's just the same. And then you also have an icon like this, cycle section head. If you click that, it will just cycle the appearance of your section head. If you don't want to have a section head, okay, so you can click that. Of course, you can also do that here at the other side, right? Just like that. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, what is your preference? Okay, you just need to cycle the section head. Okay, so another thing that I want to show you is that you can actually split your section if you want to show in a different direction. So like, for example, I'm just going to click this, and then I'll just adjust it like this. Okay, so I can split the segment. So there's an option here, split segment. So it splits a section or elevation into segments that are orthogonal to the view direction. So this tool allows you to vary a section or elevation view to show disparate parts of the model without having to create a different view. Okay, right. So let's try this one out. So split segment. Okay, so I'm going to split now. So maybe somewhere here. I'm gonna click that. There you go. So let's see what will happen. So I'm gonna put it here. Look at the right side here. So I'm gonna place it here, and there you have it. So, okay, so you can split your section. Okay, by the way, if you want to reconnect again your section there, so just click that and then move that node back, just like that. Okay, there you go. Right, so as you can see, I can adjust this. Click that, and then you can adjust, and then you can see here what happens, right? So let's say from here, see? Okay, so you'll be able to see the changes. There you go, right? Okay, so that is split segment. So basically, that's how you create your section. Now, if you are wondering if Why is it when I create my section, there's no detail here on my section head? It's because the view or the section that you created, which is this one, is not yet placed inside the sheet. So it doesn't show you here the detail number and then the sheet number. So that's why it's empty. But once you place the section 1 in a paper or in a sheet, so you will now be able to see here the detail of that. So Revit will automatically fill these details for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you that later. Now let's go to creation of our elevation. So let's say, aside from creating an interior section, so I'll be creating an elevation. So let me go to level 2 plumbing plan, double click that one. Okay, and then I'm gonna zoom in here. So I'm going to create an elevation. Okay, so just like your section, it's not difficult to create an elevation. Okay, so let's go to the view tab. There's the elevation. Okay, so you just need to click that elevation. You click, and then let's hover our pointer looking to the right side. So automatically it points to the nearest structural element. Okay, so let me just move here and click. There you go. And then I select modify. So as you can see, it's now under the MEP subdiscipline. So I can just adjust that one. So there's my elevation. Okay. So again, you can also rename this just like on the section 1. You can also rename. Just simply right click and then rename. Okay. So it's up to you if you want to rename your section or elevation. Okay. So there's now our elevation. Now I'm gonna double click this arrow side here to open up the elevation. So just like your section, so you have several ways to open up your elevation view. One way is double clicking that arrow, double click that, and then you will now see here our elevation. So let me just maximize this by selecting tab views. So I'm just going to maximize that. Alright, so let's click this. Okay, so let's adjust that. Alright, so this is now our elevation view. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the level 2 HVAC plan as well as the section 1 here. Alright, and then I'm going to click level 2 plumbing plan, and then I'm going to tile it so I can see both here. Okay, there you go. Now, as you can see, if I click here, the elevation, so there's a boxes here that you can actually tick. So just like this one, it's tick. So it's looking to this side. So if you want to create an elevation looking to this side here, so all you have to do is to click that circle and then tick this one. Okay, so you will notice it will now be added here on our project browser. So by the way, you can also double click the elevation here if you want. So aside from double clicking the arrow side of our elevation here, right? So again, it's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to tick this one. So just tick that, and then there's now my second elevation. So there's the arrow. Okay, so let me open that elevation. So let's see how it looks like. So there's our elevation. Right? There you go. There you go. Okay, so you can adjust that one. All right. Okay. So I'm going to tile it again, tile view, so I can see all the 3 views here. By the way, if you have these 3 views like that, it's not zoom extents. So what you can do is you can just click this drop down arrow here, and then you just select zoom all to fit. So you click that zoom all to fit, and then you click that icon. And there you go. So it's now zoom all to fit. So basically, that's how you create your elevation. So if you want to delete that elevation, of course, you can just simply right click from here and then delete. So same with your section, just simply delete from here, or just select the view and then press delete on your keyboard. All right. Now, just like your section, you will notice that there is no detail here on your elevation because you haven't placed your elevation here on a sheet. So if I'm going to show it to you, so I'm going to right click the sheets here and then create a new sheet. Create that. Alright, so there is no title block loaded here, so I'm going to load one. Let's see if I can find a title block. Okay, so there's a title. Oops, that's a window. There's a title block. Alright, so let's say I want to place it on A1. Okay, we'll click that A1, select OK. So there you go. So I now have here this one. So maybe I'm going to change this one. I will rename this. So I'll just call it M101. Okay, I'll put here section and elevation. Okay, then OK. All right. So let me just maximize my sheet here. So I'm going to click here and then tab views. So my tab views, I actually place it here as well on my quick access toolbar, so that no need for me to go to the view tab and then select the tile views here or the tab views. So it's already here on my quick access toolbar. So if you want to do that, so all you have to do is to right click the tool that you want to be added on your quick access toolbar. So let's say title block. So I can right click that and then you can select add to quick access toolbar. So when you do that, so it's now there. Okay, so that in case you are on the systems tab and then suddenly you realize you want to create a title block, so no need for you to go to the view and then select the title block. Why? Because it's already here on your quick access toolbar. So if you want to remove it, just right click and then remove from quick access toolbar. There you go. Okay, so basically I put here all the tools that I use most of the time on my quick access toolbars. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to click the sheets here or the sheet that I created, and then I'm going to select tab views to maximize. Now, to insert the view inside the title block, it's very simple. You just need to drag and drop. So like for example, the section 1, drag and drop. Okay, so there's my section 1. Cancel that one. So this is now my elevation, align. Okay, and then this is now my other elevation. Okay. Right. So the scale here is 1:100. So how about I click this one, or let me go to the 1-A. Let me change the scale. So how about I make it 1:125. Same with 1-D. 1 is to 25. Let's check now on the sheet. So, okay, so it's now bigger. So at least I can see it now clearly. Okay. There you go. There you go. Split that. Let's adjust it. There you go. So always tidy up your drawing. Okay, so now that we have placed all the section and elevations inside the sheet, so let's go back to the floor plan on our level 2 HVAC plan. Okay, and you will notice that there is now the detail, right? So there's now the detail number and then the sheet number. So meaning to say this section that I have created can be found on sheet M101. The detail number is 1. So if I go to the level 2 plumbing plan, double click that. So there you go. So this elevation here can be found on M101. The detail is 2. This one is 3. So you can go to the M101. You can now see there. So that's the detail number. detail number, detail number. Right? Good. Okay, so basically, that's how you create your um, section and elevation. Okay, now, the next part of the exercise is I'm going to show you how to create an interior perspective. So basically, I'm going to show you how to create a 3D view using a camera. Okay, so to create a 3D view, we need to create or we need to add a camera to the building and focus the camera on the model in views like floor plan, uh, ceiling plan. Okay, so that is where we put our camera, but most of the time we put it on the floor plan. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm gonna open the level 2 HVAC plan. So let's do it here. So let's say, for example, I want to create an interior 3D view here inside this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a camera. So from the view tab, there's the 3D view. You click that drop down arrow and then there's the camera. Okay? The 3D view can also found on my quick access toolbar. So I'm going to select the camera here. So this is a very simple one. Just click the camera and then you can specify the offset here or the height. Just make sure it's perspective view. And then you can specify here from what level. Okay, so I want to create my camera 1750 from level 2. So it's above 1700 above the level 2 1750. Now the next thing that you're going to do is to need to click to place the eye position. Okay, so I'm gonna put, let's say here, you click and there you go, and then you just need to adjust your target. Okay, the view target, so let's say up to here, you click that and then wait, boom. Okay, there you go. So there's now your interior perspective, your 3D view. So if I check the property of this view, so you will now see that it's under the discipline mechanical and the subdiscipline is empty. Okay, so there's no subdiscipline. That's why you will notice from the project browser here, there's a question mark. Okay, so on the mechanical discipline, there's a question mark. So if I expand that, there's the 3D view. That is actually our uh, interior perspective. So let me just rename this interior, oops, interior perspective. Enter. All right. Okay. So you can change the visual style here, like shaded view. Or if you are doing a coordination, so you can change the discipline here. So instead of using mechanical discipline, what you can do is you can change that to coordination so that you will also see the other discipline on your view. So there you go. So you can see the architectural, but right now it's being obscured by this column here. So what I'm going to do is, let me just adjust the camera here, like that. Like that. Okay. So if you change your view, your 3D view to coordination, it will show you all the discipline, the architectural, mechanical, MEP, and then the structural. So I'm gonna select here the full navigation wheel like that. And then there's an icon here like walk tool. Okay, you can click that walk tool. Okay, and then you can move slowly. And then you can look around inside that 3D view. Okay, so it takes practice for you to be able to master how to navigate using your steering wheel here. So you can use orbit, just hold your left click on that, so it will orbit your model like that. Okay, let's say here, and you can also use zoom. You can zoom in, zoom out. Okay, Then you can pan your drawing. Okay, you get the idea. You can just explore these tools here. So let's say I use the walk tool. So just slowly move forward your mouse. So once it starts to move, just hold on your mouse to that position. If you want to make it more faster, just move another millimeter and then you will see that it will becomes fast. Okay, and then you can look around, you can check the building using your camera view. Okay, so you just need to create a 3D view using a camera. If you want to do a coordination visual check, okay, so you just create your camera. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the detail level here. Instead of medium, I'm gonna make it fine, because as you can see, some of the elements here is, it looks like it shows line here, but that is actually a pipe, right? So that's a pipe. So when I click that, it says pipe. Now, if your detail level here is medium, your pipe will gonna show as single line. So I do not want that. So I want fine. So I'm going to select fine. There you go. So it's now showing in fine view. So let me walk on that particular element. There you go. So as you can see, there's a clash there. So just by using your camera, creating a 3D view, you will be able to do a quick spot check without running the interference check. Okay? Right. Now, the next thing that you may want to do is you can go to the project browser and then you can insert this view inside your sheet. So just double click the sheet there and then just drag and drop your interior perspective. You can change the scale if you want to make a little bigger. So let's say I put my number 2 here, number 3 here, and there you go. All right. Okay. Okay. So basically that's it for creating views. So in this video, we have learned how to create section, how to create elevation, and how to create a 3D view by using your camera. Alright, so again, if you want to have this exercise file, so you can just put your comment on the comment section below. Just put your email address and I'll be sending you the exercise file. Alright, so thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.